today we will be just seeing two topics. One is plagiarism and another one is the Mendeley software. Okay, both of these things are very important for any researcher. So we will get into it. So first of all, let me just tell you what is plagiarism. Okay, so many times all the researchers find a very difficult thing whenever they want to do a literature search or when they are gathering material for their research and they are putting into their own words. Many a times this plagiarism is introduced. So what is plagiarism? What are the things you shouldn't do? How to avoid it and go further with your research. So this is what is today's topic, very important topic. So let us go to the PPT. So plagiarism, what it is and how to avoid it. So this is the topic which we are going to see today. So first of all, what is plagiarism? So plagiarism is the act of stealing someone else's work and attempting to pass it off as your own. This can apply to anything for term papers, to photographs, to songs, or even some ideas. So it doesn't mean that you're taking a paper and you're just using it, that is plagiarism. Even a photograph or a graph which somebody else have drawn, or it may be some, like say some standard government's website, they have put their data in the form of a graphical representation. And in that data also, if you take and you just show it, that is plagiarism. In that case, every place try to include the source. So that is the only way you can come out of plagiarism. Even it is a figure, even it is a table, just give the source from where you have taken. In any material or anywhere, you take a simple image or a song or some ideas of somebody else or anything, that is said to be plagiarism. So that is plagiarism is nothing but stealing someone else's idea or someone else's work. That is said to be plagiarism. So the first terminology which comes in plagiarism is fair use. It is not that what all material we are taking is plagiarism. There are some fair use also. Fair use is statute under copyright law that allows you to use a limited portion of work that has copyright without having the permission for the original author. So without having permission from the original, if a small portion can be used, but still there comes a question, how much? So that's why I say some definition is there, some standard definition of a particular, like say a instance law, or say some Newton-Raphson method, or some definitions of some laws or something you are using. That can be, that is somebody else copyright or somebody else idea. So those things can be used to some limited portion. So how much, that every time that question comes in mind, how much we can use. Okay, so that one, like what quantity can be used and how to use it, that is nothing but fair use. So some fair use is also possible in plagiarism. So here copyright office isn't very useful on defining what it is. It only states that there is no specific number of words, lines or notes that may safely be taken into permission. When using someone else's work, it's best to always give credit where credit's due. Okay, whenever there is a requirement that you have to give a credit, you please give the credit, then there is no problem. Even if using only a small part of it, just ask permission. Say whenever there is, you want some data, you have seen it from some website, just send them a mail saying that we want to use, say if it is biomedical, there is some ethics. What you have to do, biomedical or any engineering application, you want some data, just send a mail to them that we have seen this data which is useful for our research. Can we use it? Surely they will be giving us permission. Okay, if it is like possible, they will give us, and then you can start using it. So the main thing is getting permission from the author, okay, or the editor, or so like whomever you're getting the thing, you have to first get the permission from them. The second thing is whenever you're using, it's not a data, it's some paragraph or something or some idea which you're using, you have to give the source at each and every place. So that is very important. So what are the types of plagiarism? So there are many types of plagiarism. One is copying the same thing what somebody has written, that is copying. So this is not like doing it now. From childhood we would have like one would have faced this. From childhood, whenever some teacher gives you something, we just see into the next person who's sitting near us, and we will just peep into their work and see whether we have written it correctly. So that is also copying. So this starts from the childhood. So this has to be avoided. First of all, copying the material as such from somebody else's work, that is copying. Second is patchwork plagiarism. So somebody else content is there, taking a small patch from that and adding some of our words, again taking some patch from them and again adding our words. So that is said to be patchwork plagiarism. And the next third type of plagiarism is paraphrasing plagiarism. It's taking somebody else's work and we are just phrasing our own, in our own words, making a full paragraph or concluding their work and not giving credit to them. We are not writing their name, or we are not telling that it is so and so author's material, but we are just changing the words completely and concluding in the way of concluding our their work, and we are putting it in our work. That is said to be the paraphrasing plagiarism, and sometimes unintentional. That is very dangerous. We itself don't know that we have done a plagiarism. So that is unintentional plagiarism. I'll tell you that unintentional plagiarism, everyone we do it. So what is this unintentional plagiarism? That also I'll be telling you one by one. Let us go. First one is the type of plagiarism, copying. So the most well-known and sadly most common type of plagiarism is the simplest, that is copying. If you copy someone else's work and put in your name on it, you have plagiarized. So copying, everyone knows. Take a paper and from that one paragraph or some work as such you're taking and putting in your work, or taking some graph and putting in your work, or taking some table and putting it in your work as such without giving credits to the author and writing it as your own. That is said to be the copying. So for example, here we have just taken a paragraph that is from Zimbardo Phillips G paper. Shyness is the thing. It's a book. So children are totally insensitive to their parents' shyness. It is a rare childhood label, a parent shy. This is, then there are a lot of contents, but it is being cut short. This is understandable since parents are in position of control and authority in their home and may not reveal their shy side to their children. Also, since shyness is reviewed as undesirable by many children, it may be threatening to think of parents in these terms. At their young age, the parents is still idolized as all-knowing and all-powerful, not dumb, ugly, or weak. This is the material which is taken from this book, Shyness, what it is, what to do about it. So it's a Cambridge Press book. So this material in different forms, if it is copying, what is it, what is paraphrasing, same material we'll just see one by one. So this copying is taking the material as such, okay, and without quoting, that is thing. So copying, this one is pretty straightforward. If a writer copies word by word from without leaving anything, word by word, the text from Dr. Zimbardo's book and does not acknowledge it in any way that it was his work, the writer had committed plagiarism. So this is a known thing. Just taking word by word and putting it in your work, it is said to be copying. Next is patchwork plagiarism. So many of them, what they do, they think, like what is wrong in this? Take some words from his work and put your own words and make a weave. You weave the cloth, like as you weave your cloth, which is shown here. You're doing patchwork plagiarism. This is said to be the patchwork. The second kind of plagiarism is similar to copying and is perhaps the second most common type of plagiarism, that is said to be the patchwork plagiarism. This occurs when the plagiarizer borrows the phrases and clauses from the original source and weaves them into their own writing without putting the phrase in quotation mark or citing the author. Whenever you take some other material, you have to put it within quotation and you have to cite that, or you can cite it indirectly, you can cite direct citing. There are different ways you can cite a particular work. So you can use any method, or if it's a definition or something, you can put it within quotes. Okay, so in that case, this can be avoided, but you have to, within quotes also, you have to specify that it has been taken from so and so author. So this is a very important thing. So you need not worry. You just know about these different plagiarism. We will just go into the one of the plagiarism checker. I have brought Turnitin for you people. So we will see like how it is catching from different internet source and how to avoid it and all these things we will be seeing later. Okay. So for example, here the same work which we saw there, which I read it out, with regards to children, that is his own words, they are totally insensitive to their parents' shyness. So this red one is taken from the original work. Rare is the child who labels a parent shy. It is easy to understand this since the parents are in position of control and authority. So this position of control and authority again taken from that work. So this is a patchwork. Taking the same word of that person and putting your own words in between. So this is said to be the patchwork plagiarism. So these softwares like Turnitin or thing, these will catch all these plagiarisms. If you have done patchwork, if you have done paraphrasing, or if you have done any type of plagiarism, that will be easily taken by this software. Okay. So this is the patchwork plagiarism. Now, had the author of this passage put the colored phrases in quotation mark and added a citation after the quotation like Zimbardo 62, the author would have been safe. So how to become safe? The one which was in red, which was shown here, you should have put it within quotation mark. Say if this portion was there within quotation mark and you have just given the credit to the author saying that this was taken according to so and so, like you have written it, then it is not like you're safe from that plagiarism work. So whenever you're using it, see that whichever portion is somebody else's work, which is being, see the one which is in red, which I'm marking in blue, if you put it in quotation as well as mention the author's name, then it is not a plagiarized work. Okay, so that without the quotation mark and the proper citation, the author has committed plagiarism. This is just said to be the patchwork plagiarism. Next is the paraphrasing plagiarism. Paraphrasing plagiarism in the sense you are just taking somebody else's work and you're changing into your own words. You're making your own phrase and you're making it as a para and you're concluding their work. You're summarizing. You can say it as summarizing it. So that is said to be you're summarizing somebody else's work and putting it in your own, then it is said to be the plagiarism. The third type of plagiarism is called the paraphrasing plagiarism. This occurs when the plagiarizer paraphrases or summarizes another works without citing the source, even changing the words a little or using synonyms, but retaining the author's essential thought, sentence structure, or style without citing the source is still considered plagiarism. So many times, in order to avoid plagiarism, what we do, we write that in Word, we right-click it, see the synonym, and we change the word. Is it? We do that. We think, okay, the plagiarism has gone. Now it has become our own sentence. Slightly like change the position of the sentence and just take some important words and right-click and change the synonyms. We think, oh, okay, we are safe. But that is also a plagiarism. Okay, so that is also not allowed. If the author claims that he has done plagiarism, he has changed these words, and then we are, yeah, the meaning is same. But the thing is, we are just changing the words and making it our own. So that is said to be the paraphrasing plagiarism. So here you can see the paraphrasing. Children are completely insensitive to their parents' shyness and rarely label their parent as shy. So here many, they have just concluded and they have summarized their own work, whole work, and then here again they have not quoted the cited their authors. So this is also plagiarism. This is said to be the paraphrasing. So now had the author of this paraphrase use footnotes or parenthetical citations to acknowledge Dr. Zimbardo's work, he or she would have been the safer side. So here within parentheses you have put it, or you have written a footnote saying that these words had been taken from so and so book or something, with which was if you have acknowledged the author, then it wouldn't have been a plagiarism. Okay, so this is also a very important thing, since the author's acts like these ideas are his or her own, and does not acknowledge, then it is said to be the plagiarism. Next is unintentional plagiarism. So this unintentional plagiarism is what we do without our knowledge. Okay, what is this unintentional? The fourth type of plagiarism is called the unintentional plagiarism. It occurs when the writer incorrectly quotes or incorrectly cites a source they are using. How is this plagiarism if the author doesn't mean to do it? Actually, this author didn't want to create any plagiarism or something. What actually he did is he downloaded a, or like nowadays what we say, go to the SCI websites where SCI journals are there, take those papers and take the latest papers. So what these researchers do, they go and download the latest paper and latest SCI paper. That is good. And what they do, they see the like that particular paper has cited many works. They would have taken ki these work has been taken from so and so IEEE paper, and so on. These work has been quoted in this. They have done everything. What we do, we don't go and see their reference paper again. Say they have quoted a paper. It may be a paper from 1950 or something, or 1990 or 2000 paper. And seeing his work, we again write our own, seeing his work, we also say ki so and so has done so and so work. Like say he has done with MPPT in 1980 in this paper. But we have not gone and seen the original paper. We have just seen the paper which we have seen now. What he has quoted, same thing we are quoting. But sometimes the author who had done it, who by mistake, he would have quoted a wrong thing. Okay, whenever we do some work, sometimes by mistake, the reference may go wrong. So that actually that person wouldn't have given that work. And we also intentionally, we didn't do it. We are seeing somebody else's paper and we are just quoting it. By mistake, the person from whom we copied would have done a mistake. So we also committed the same mistake, saying that, so like in 2000, some author has presented this paper, but that was a mistake in between, somebody else have done, and that has come to us. So that is an unintentional plagiarism. If somebody finds this, then we are also in trouble. So the main thing, in order to avoid this, what you have to do is, whichever is your base paper, we are taking that paper, that is well and good, it is the latest paper, but in the reference, don't take the reference as such and quote it in your work. If you want to use a particular, say some work, they're saying P&O technique was used by so and so in 2000. Go and take that paper, take the original paper, go and check it whether that person has already done that work or not. You have to confirm each and everything before giving it into your work. If you say, we can't claim that it was taken from this paper and that person had done a mistake, so it is not in my hands. So this is said to be unintentional. By mistake, we are itself going and falling into plagiarism. So this should also be avoided. Don't take any content from anyone's paper and just say that it was being done by somebody else. So here that is said to be the unintentional thing. So avoiding plagiarism. How to avoid plagiarism? Very best thing is, best method to avoid is to be simple and be honest. Simply be honest. Be honest to your work. So you have to be just honest. Once you're honest, you are automatically coming out of plagiarism. In the sense, whenever you have done some work, don't try to go and see other papers and try to rewrite it or do it. When you have done something by yourself, just try to write it in your own words and just correct the spelling and the grammar. So that is more than enough. You need not go and copy from somebody else's work. That is, if you're taking their phrases also, then also it means it is plagiarism. So the best thing is be honest. Whenever you have taken somebody's work, we don't say that you shouldn't take it. If you take somebody's work, put it within quotation and just give credit to the author. Okay, avoid plagiarism. Another way to avoid plagiarism is to use your own work as often as possible. Best thing is use your own work. Quotation and citing sources is usually required and inevitable when doing research. So many times it is not possible that writing our own thing. We will be quoting ki so and so person had done, because in literature search note is required. In such a case, you can use it, but put it within quotation and give the credit to the author. That's how to back up your own work. But using someone else's work excessively can construct a plagiarism. But you are writing a paper and around 3/4 of the paper is somebody else. So say two-third of the paper, sorry, 2/4 of the paper, like half of the paper is fully their work. You're just rewriting, and only half of the paper is your work. That is also a big problem. Okay, so only small portions you can just, that too, somebody has used it, you can say so and so has used it. That is more than enough. Another way is to quote it, cite your source properly. So that is what we have, the same thing. Best thing, be honest, write your own work, quote it and cite it. Whenever you want to cite it, cite it. That's the only thing. And whenever we want to quote some work, there are different format. Say each university, they follow their own format. So it is not that all of us should follow IEEE format or all of us should follow the APA format. Okay, so there are different formats. What you have to do is, you have to just see in which university you're doing your research. According to university, you just download the content and see what is the format they have given. Each university have their own way of citing things and own way of writing. So just according to your guide's guidelines, your guide would give you the guidelines or the university would have given the guidelines, follow that strictly. Okay, but the problem is when you write papers, say your university is following a particular method. Okay, they say they are following the APA format, but you are just applying for an IEEE journal. The problem happens is there you have to completely write it in IEEE, a different format. Then the problem will arise. Again there, how will you convert? Because we tell it is very easy that whenever there so and so et al, you have written, you remove that and put one in paper one. But many times you have to again paraphrase, you have to change the phrases and you have to write. So that's why many of the softwares are very helpful in doing all these things automatically. So you are doing the thesis for particular university, they have a particular format. So while writing, how usually we do, whenever we want to do some research, before writing the thesis, we say try to make it as a paper. We send it in some place. Once it is accepted, many many of the comments from the reviewers come, we automatically go on changing it. So when lot of reviewers have given comment and your work is refined to a very good work and it is getting published, that work you have to go come and put it as one of your chapter here. That is what we usually do it. Is it? So when you're putting in a chapter form, the format is different. So there is an easy method in order to convert these formats. Say if it is an APA format, you want to convert into IEEE, or if it is an MLA format or a Chicago format, you want to convert into any other format, that you can use Mendeley software. So now I'll be telling you about how to use Mendeley software, how to do the citations, how to cite any work, and how to make contents for the whole Word format. Okay, so just like latex, what can latex do? In our Word also, all these things are possible. Okay, once you do the setting in Word, that is also possible to do everything inside. So that we will be seeing. So first of all, I'll be taking you to Mendeley software. In Mendeley, we'll just open. We will do some contents like how to write the portions and how to cite it and how do all those things step by step. We will be seeing. So these are the things, like say if in MLA form, if you want to do indirect citing, direct citing or paraphrasing, how to do it. So some researchers note that children are totally insensitive to their parents' shyness. So within quotes you have put and you have cited like Zimbardo 62, that is indirect citing. You're just putting in quotation and doing this, you're citing the thing. Or direct citing is Zimbardo notes that children are totally. So in this thing, you have done the direct. You have directly written it within quotes. You have specified it. So this is direct citing. Paraphrasing is you are just changing the words. Some researchers have observed that children seem unaware that their parents are considered bashful. That is, then you are quoting it. So this is a paraphrasing. You're not citing what the Zimbardo has used within quotes directly. You have not used it. You are just changing it in your own words. Still, you have to quote it. So this is paraphrasing type of quoting some work. Okay, so there are different for APA formats. So these things I think you would have seen already in your work. So these are the different ways. How will you write a book? When you quote a book, how to do it? All these things you would have learned. So let us go to this. So these are some of the references which I've taken. Let us directly go to Mendeley software first of all, and then we will go to Turnitin. there are two softwares. First Mendeley, and after that we go for Turnitin. Okay. So in Mendeley, so I'm just opening. So you can go to this website. Okay. So you can see here Mendeley.com, download Mendeley desktop. So just in Google, if you go and just give Mendeley, okay, this is the software. It's an open source only, like it is a freeware. You can just put in Google, if you put Mendeley, automatically by Mendeley download you give, automatically this website will open. Okay. So Mendeley, it is mendeley.com. So this website will open. So in this website, just download Mendeley desktop for Windows. So just download this Mendeley desktop. So this is for Windows 7 or latest Windows 10. You can just go and download here. So if you have some other operating system for Linux or some other thing, Mac operating system, you can just go here and do it. You can see the option here. Mendeley desktop for Mac OS or some Linux or iPods and all these things. It is given here. So you can, for Windows, simply you have to just download this. So I'll just show you the steps. So since I've already downloaded it, I'm not just showing you the steps in PPT. So you can see here, this is the website which I showed you. You have just clicked on download. Once you click on download, an option comes at down. Here you can see an option to save as or save. Okay, so when you click on download, this page comes and it will, in our computer, the save option will come. So just click on save. Okay, after save, it will come open. So all of us know that. Just click on that. So next, the wizard will open, set up wizard, and it will, you have to just click next, next, and go. Okay, you need, it is very clear. It is a very simple thing. So just for those who don't know to download, you can just go to the website, and this is the procedure to download. Click on next. Then again, this option comes, choose the installation location. So as all of you know, we have to do it in the C drive program files. All this will be chosen automatically, and you need not browse it. In case if it is not in C drive program file, you can, if you want, you can browse and put the location. But otherwise, it is very simple. Again, you have to just click on this next. So once you click on next, again an option will come like this: Mendeley desktop setup. Choose start menu folder. So automatically this install, just now click on install. So when you click on install, it will go on installing, and at last there will be an option to finish it. Okay, completing the Mendeley desktop wizard, finish. So just click on finish, then this login will come. You need not log in also, you can just come out of it. Okay, so this is how, when you finish this procedure, so we have done a procedure of downloading. Once you finish this procedure, this icon, I think all of you can see this icon here, Mendeley desktop. So this icon will come in your system. So first of all, I have downloaded it, and this Mendeley desktop icon will come. Okay. Very simple. We did step by step. Okay. Next, what we have to do, we have to open Word. So all of us have worked with Word. It's a very simple thing. So I am just opening the Word. Okay. So this is the Word window. In Word, you can see here references. So you can see here references. So next we will go to this reference. Okay, you have to just click on this reference and get inside. So first of all, let me go to this reference. So when you click on reference, you can see here insert citation. So these are the different options you get. You have the insert citation. Okay, and the styles are there. Bibliography is there. Citation and bibliography is coming here. Okay, insert captions. If you want to insert some caption in your work, table, insert table and figures. So all these things are possible. I'll be just showing you some of the things. I've also not explored much into it, but this one, when you start working, you can just go and explore it. But the main thing here is, what we require is this citation and bibliography here. We don't want this one. We want the Mendeley here. Okay, the format which you want to use should be here Mendeley. So apart from Mendeley, you have EndNote and many other patch-ons, like add-ons are also there. It is not necessary that you have to go for Mendeley itself. You can go for EndNote, EndNote, ENote. That is also a very good patch for this citation work. So here, let me show how to add this Mendeley into this Word. So now this is not here. We'll just minimize it. Just double click on Mendeley desktop. So first of all, I'm just double clicking on this Mendeley desktop. So Mendeley has opened. Okay. So this is the Mendeley window. So this is the Mendeley window you can see here. Mendeley desktop. Okay, and I have just downloaded number of papers and I've put, I'll just show you from where to download and all those things. And here you can see the options like edit file, edit, new, tools. So first of all, you have to go into this tools. Okay, in Mendeley, first you have to go to what is called tools. So just click on this tools. Okay, and install MS Word plugin. Then you have to go into install MS Word tools. You went and you have to go to this install MS Word plugin. So this you have to click on. Okay, it's very simple. So just go to tools, MS Word plugin. So when you do this, currently running, the Word is currently running, you want to install, yes, you have to just give S. Okay, so plugin install, it's coming, just OK. Click on this. So this you have to do only once. First time when you are installing Mendeley, and once you have put the plugin in Word, then it will be existing. You need not again and again change it. Okay, so now you have just minimized it. Let me go to the Word. So I'm opening a new thing, new page I have opened. So now let me again go to this reference and see. So in this reference, you can see here, I think all of you can see this, Mendeley Cite-O-Matic. Before it was citation and bibliography, that has been changed to Mendeley. So now Mendeley is being a plugin here. You can use Mendeley. I said it is not only Mendeley, you have number of other plugins also. You have this what is called the EndNote, that is also good. So you can use any plugin for this Word. So now I have used Mendeley. Okay, how to do the citation? Okay, so first this Mendeley has come here, plugin has come. How did I add all these things? That is the next question, is it? How did I add it? So whenever you want to do research from the initial stage, what you will be doing? First of all, you will be just seeing which topic you are doing. Say, for example, let me take, let me consider that I have just doing my research in the field of solar. Okay, I am doing the research in the field of solar. So first, what I'll do, I'll just make some folders, solar photovoltaic. Okay, in that for modeling, the papers of solar photovoltaic modeling, I'll make a folder. Then I want, say, the MPPT, I'll make a folder saying that those who have done MPPT or maximum power tracking of a solar, for that a folder. In MPPT, again, I'll be dividing into those who have done MPPT using perturb and absorb method, let it be a folder. Those who have done in incremental conductance, let it be a folder like this. You can make different folders and put your paper inside that. Okay, so now you're doing research. In future, you might be a guide to some of the researchers. So one of the advantages, if you put all these papers in a folder and keep, and say one of your student is working with perturb and absorb, and this, you can just give the whole folder to him through mail, not through mail, like through connecting it online. Once this Word is connected online, that is Mendeley is connected online, this whole content can be sent to somebody else, or somebody else can share your contents. Okay, so that then you can make a big research group out there and you can share your work with the other researchers. So how to make this folder? Okay, and the other thing is how to search literature and put it into that. That is what we are going to first see. So here you can see here, one option is there, unsorted, my publications, unsorted. So there is an option called create folder. So just go and create folder. You can give, say, minus MPPT 4. I've already created 1, 2, 3 there. I'm keeping it as 4. So you can give some other name also. For MPPT 4, you can give like people, like it is a particular type of thing. You can just give that name also here. Okay, this is one thing. So now I've created a folder. How to search? So for searching, go to literature search. Okay, so literature search may whichever method you want. So I want MPPT INC, incremental conductance. So INC I'm just giving MPPT INC. So you can see here, these are the papers which it is searching, and you can see that it never takes papers which are like below standard. It all takes ISCI and good journal, renewable energy and sustainable review, IEEE transactions, and all latest papers, all those papers which are existing will come here. So here you can see MPPT for photovoltaic application, analysis of unified output MPPT in sun panel. This, so what you can do is just drag it, say this, these papers I want to put it in MPPT 4. So just drag and put it in this MPPT 4. It's very simple. Just click on this, drag and put it into this MPPT 4. Or if you want to put it in MPPT 3, you can put it in MP. So you can just classify. These are the photovoltaic modeling. Let me put it in the modeling. Or this is the MPPT in low power. So you can just classify them and put it, so that now it is very clear that where your work is, like how you have classified the work. So when you do literature search also, this will be very useful. So I am just putting all these papers into my work. So now you can just go and click this MPPT 4. You can see whichever work you have put, it will come here. It is very simple. It has come here. So now just double click on it. Automatically you can see the paper here. See MPPT technique of photovoltaic application, review research catalog entry for this paper. So you can just click on that. Automatically the paper will also open. Okay, the full whole all abstract, everything from where it is coming, everything will be existing. If the soft if the hard copies of that PDF is available, that also will come into it. URL, everything of particular. So you can even add the file here. If this paper, if it is existing, you can add it here and you can keep it. So all these contents are coming here. Similarly, for the next paper also, you can see all these papers. You can just go and see all these contents are already existing. Okay, is it clear? So this is how you add paper. Just go to the literature search and you can do it. Or you can even go to this Google. In Google, you have so Google citations will be there. Google Scholar. So you can go to this Google Scholar. Okay, so here directly it's going. You can go to the web. Okay, in this actually the Scholar should come here. You do it. Yeah, this is the thing. So Google Scholar. Okay, here also this Google, this I went into my citation because already my Google page was opening. But here you can go to the Google Scholar, and here also you can write MPPT, like any turbine observer, any method, whichever you want, you just put it here. You get all the papers here. Okay, so these papers are coming here. In Google Scholar also you have all these things. Here there is an option to cite. You can see here an option to cite. Just click on that. There, whichever format you want, it comes here. So you can just, for EndNote or this big text, for Mendeley, you can use this big text also. You just click on this and you can take this citation there. Okay, and add it into your work. Or if you want the PDF, PDF can be downloaded, and that PDF which is downloaded also can be just dragged and put into it. See, I have a PDF here. You have downloaded a paper and you have kept it in the desktop. So what you can do is just drag and put it inside this, any folder. Say if it is a folder, if I am putting this MPPT, I can just drag and put it inside this. So automatically that content also will, that manual is also here. Okay, is it clear? You can just drag and put it inside this. That is what you have to do. I have to drag this PDF and put it inside the work. Okay, so this is how you add content to Mendeley. Now all your contents are there in Mendeley. Now how to add it in Word? That is the next step. So go into Word. In Word, say I'm putting some, like I'm writing some content. I'm writing some content, and now I want to cite that who have done this. So and so et al. In this paper had presented so and so work. I've just written that. So I want to insert the citation. So do it step by step. So just click on insert citation. So when you do insert citation, if you click on that insert citation, this window will open. Okay, and go to Mendeley. So here there is an option, go to Mendeley. Click on that Mendeley. Automatically the Mendeley will open. So now you can just choose whichever paper you want to cite. So I have clicked on this paper and cite it. So automatically this will get cited here. Okay, then I am just after this लिखने का कुछ नहीं जरूरत. फिर you write on this and again insert citation. Go to Mendeley. मैंने इस पेपर से लिया है cite. So ये भी cite होके आ जाता है. So wag it all this. Then again I am writing this and I am insert citation. Go to Mendeley. कुछ और पेपर चूज कर लो और cite. Okay, once again I'll do it slowly and show because those who can't understand. Go to insert citation. हाँ, वर्ड के साथ पूरा है, मैं अभी दिखाऊंगी. Insert citation. Go to Mendeley. Whichever, say from MPPT I want to take. I'm just going to this MPPT 1 or MPPT. And I'm just choosing this paper. FEG is its source. Go to cite. Automatically that will come. So अभी मुझे ये फॉर्मेट नहीं चाहिए, मुझे IEEE फॉर्मेट चाहिए था. मेरा जो पेपर मैंने भेजा है एक प्लेस में, अभी मेरे कंटेंट में. Just go to this style. This is American Physiological Association, APA format हम बोलते हैं. Next, let me go to this IEEE. So I'm just choosing this IEEE. Just a minute, I think PPT is. So till now it was going on air, na? This. Okay, so once again I'll show. I don't know whether we have seen. Just click on that whatever you want to put material. Insert citation. Go to Mendeley. Wherever, whichever folder you, whichever paper you want to add that paper. Go to cite and just click cite it. So now I change the format. That time only it got cut. Go to the style. Whichever format you want. You want Chicago manual style. Just select it. Chicago manual style will come. Or I want IEEE format. Just put IEEE. Say here 1. You can see the IEEE style here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that format it has come. Now you have done the whole work. The whole chapter is over. At the end of the chapter you want the bibliography. What you can do? Go and insert bibliography. There is an option called insert bibliography. So just go and click on insert bibliography. So you can see here the whole bibliography is here. Okay, it's very simple. The whole bibliography is there. Suddenly when we are doing, your guide said, no, in this second page, you add one more citation. This third paper, this paper should be added. So what is the problem? If you go and add in between, all these numbers you have to go and change. Okay, many times this happens. When we go to the guide will say, no, you have to add 3 more papers in this topic. This is. So again, if you go and add in between, what will happen? Again, all the numbers you have to go and change, we become mad. So in that case, here it is very easy. In this position, I am just inserting a citation. Go to Mendeley library. And first I added a paper, cite, and I cited that paper here. That paper became 2. That came in between, and all the numbers changed by itself. It is very simple. Okay, so everything it will do. Now we need not go and check each and everything and do it. So now what we'll do, again we can go, if you want to change into American thing, again you change it automatically. The uski citation, see, you can see this American standard APA format is this. Automatically it came in APA format. With DOI number, this is also difficult. See, with DOI number it is coming. So everything is being given here. Okay, so this is a very simple way to cite it. So now next thing is, say when you are writing the content, you want to put the heading and those headings are there, or you want to insert a table, you want to insert a figure, and those figure, when you want to make the contents, again the same problem. When you make the contents, say now you added an extra table in between. Contents fully has to be changed. Or the page number, like after making some 10 chapters, after making the chapters, what is the problem is, when you make the contents, in which page which table is there, that is also a problem. Page numbers, again go to each page, check the page number. These things are also very simple in this. For example, I'll just show you a little things. You can go and explore. There are a lot of things in Word itself. You can go and explore it. So here, say, let me just insert a table and show you. For insert table, captions, figures, everything, you can go to this option here. Okay, so this option, here you have an insert caption, insert table, figure options. So you can just go there. First of all, I want to insert a caption. So which form it is? Say in some university, they tell you write figure fully, or some journals they say write it fully, figure. Some places they say FIG dot dalna hai, not fully. Some places they say only FIG is required. So whichever format you want, you can just add a new label first. So this is, we went into insert caption and we did it. So once again, I'm just showing, go into insert caption. There you can just, which label you want. So that you can go create a new label. See here you have an option for new label. Just click on that new label, how you want it. So let me want only FIG. I don't want FIG dot or F figure fully and all. So I'm writing FIG. Okay. Okay. So now this FIG will come here. You can use that caption and you can do it. So for example, first let me make a table. So I want table dot. Say my guide has said it should be table dot. So let me add the caption first, table dot. Okay. So that option will come here. I'm just choosing that table dot, and first table 1 will come. Just click OK. Then give the name of that table and just create the table. Insert, go to table and just insert a table. And you have written some contents. Again, I want to insert table 2. Table 2, again go to reference, insert table. Sorry. Yeah, go to insert captions. Again, this caption for second. So automatically it will come here. Automatically table 2 will come here. You can see here, once the table 1 is over, it will create by itself the table 2. So you need not do it. So just insert table 2, and this table 2, again whatever heading you want to give the table 2. Then I'm just inserting a table. Okay. Then again I just wanted a table 3. Reference, insert caption. I'm just giving OK. So here again give the table 3 contents and you make a table here. Similarly, say let me say I just want the figures. So FIG, sorry, figure I shouldn't write like this. I have to go to reference, insert caption, just choose, let me have as figure dot. Okay, so figure 1 caption has come. Add it, add some figure here. Then let me insert the second figure. Sorry, this is figure. Just insert caption. Okay, and just give the title. So give the title for that, and some figure, add some figure. Again, one more I have added, figure 3. Sorry, I have here figure 3, and I have added some title here. This is the different tables and figures which you have done in this chapter. So you want the contents of this. Okay, so in a contents page, you want this whole thing. So what you can do is, you wherever you want it, you just click on that. Go to insert table or figure. Click on this. Which format you want? Okay, again. So here, I just don't want all these dashed lines in our journal or in our thesis. They don't want it. Or which caption, which label you want it. Whichever you have used, the same label will come here. And now what you have to, if you want, some options are also there for captions and all. if and modify it. If you want to modify the font size, you want to give the spacing in between this. Like you want to introduce some spacing, how much spacing, all these settings you can set it here, how these captions should come. Do the setting, just click OK for this figure. So the figure title with thing will come. So I don't want this dashed lines, I can put none. On spacings and all these things, you can go and adjust that. So automatically these dashed lines will go. Similarly, I want the table captions. Just go insert. How did I give the table? I think I gave it as table itself. So I can just give the option how I want. I have to just see how the format is. The same format should come here. Table, I have given as table dot. So table is not there existing. It's coming. I have to just go there and table dot I have to choose. So this is the table dot, and I just say I don't want the dashed line, or I want a straight line there. Okay. So this table dot will come. So whichever you have introduced in the page, that only will come here. Okay. So this is table 1. Table 1 is here. All the options. So this is a very useful software. Word all of us know. Okay, so now what we can do is the spacing, the paragraphing, paraphrasing, or setting the space, margin, everything. You do it initially when you do when you start the word itself, do the settings and start, there will be no problem. So this one more thing what my students do mistake. Whenever I used to tell them make the report and come, the common mistake what they do is they don't go to the layout and set the page. So this also you can just keep in mind. What we do is we set the font that we know. We do all these justifying and all these things. One more setting which is very important is go to layout. Okay, page setup. This page setup. Go to page setup and do the settings. This is very important. How, according to the university, they would have given top margin, how much you want, bottom margin, right margin. Usually the left margin, since you're binding, it should be little more, little bigger than the other margins. So first of all, we have to choose that. Then after that, multiple pages. So here you like mirror image. Whenever you're doing a thesis, mirror image is also very important. Do mirror image. So automatically mirror image will come, and that inside edge, that is the left side what we said, that inside edge will have a bigger thing, so that when you want to do the spiral, it is good spiral, or when you want to do the binding. And it is should be for the whole document. The whole document what you're choosing. Very, very important thing people do mistake is go to this page setup. Here next one. By general default, this setting will be a legal page or a letter. I think it will be a letter. This will be a letter. It is sure. So you have to go and change it into your A4. Do this in the first day. When you are starting the report itself, this should be A4. Many of our students do mistake in this. And when we say this is, when it goes up and down, then they come and say, "Ki ma'am, this is what really happens if you put in letter and you take a printout and print out. If you take the printout in like A4 size, what will happen is when you do the double page, like double side setting, mirror image, this margin will start here and the next page margin will be little down. So what will happen when you, after doing this binding, when you see one side will be high and other side will be low, the margin, that is the footer notes. One side will be higher and the footer note at the other side, the header, I can say, header or footer, both, it will be disaligned. So very, very important thing is after going to this page setup, go to this page and do the setting as A4. We never do this settings. What will happen? Our formatting will be wrong. So this is also a very important thing in Word. So do you have any doubt in this? It's very simple. You can just go and practice it. Use Mendeley. It is very simple software. Go to reference, and once you add the Mendeley, then no problem. So now you have added Mendeley. You want to remove this plugin and have EndNote. In that case, go to Mendeley, go to this tool and uninstall this MS Mendeley. Yes. So automatically this page. Now when you open it, now if you go and open the word, that Mendeley option will not be there. Citation and bibliography will be there. So now if you want to add some other plugin, you can do it. You have to just go and remove the Mendeley plugin. So if you don't want, you can remove it. Once you put your work, if you save it, it will be saved. Okay, is it clear? So now next we will go to the next software. After Mendeley, I was telling you one more software was Turnitin for checking the plagiarism. So I'll just tell you the steps for checking plagiarism. So the general question which comes to me whenever I take this lecture is, ma'am, is there any, this is a paid software, your university have to get this software, or there is an option also, say if you want to just check plagiarism for only one paper, you have an option where you can just go to their website, and if you pay some 1,000 or 2,000 something, you can just like for one or two like for one paper 3 times or something, they give some options, you can just go and check it. Okay, that option is there. If you are doing it individually, you can pay 1,000 2,000, within that you can I think sometimes 3,000, it depends on the number of pages also you want to check, so that you can do it. Or if your university have this is a very simple software where you can go and check the plagiarism. So one thing, if you remember how this plagiarism checker checks it, and you follow all these things in mind and do your paper, you need not even check plagiarism, there will be no plagiarism. So you have to know about the software. Say mainly the softwares are Turnitin and Authenticate. Most of the journals, they use this Authenticate or this Turnitin to check the plagiarism. So if you know how this plagiarism checker checks your paper, if you know the basic concepts, what are the things you have to keep in mind, then if you write a paper without checking also, if you send, you can be 100% confident that plagiarism will not be there in your work. So how to do it? So once you understand this software, you will understand what are the things you have to follow. So first of all, let me go to plagiarism checker. So this is the Turnitin software. So once you log into Turnitin, your page will look like this. This is the home page. Okay, this is the first home page of this Turnitin. Now, first of all, being instructor, we will go into the instructor. Students can also do it, or instructor. So I'm just going, first option was I went into this instructor option and I just clicked it. So this is the page opening. So first of all, these things are some of the classes which we have created. This will not be initially present there. So I'll just tell you how to create a class, how to create an assignment, and then how to check the plagiarism. So first of all, this home page, first to create a class, it's very simple. This is add class, just click on that. Okay, just go and add a class. So here you can see some options are coming. Class type, then class name you have to give. Let me give it as paper 2. I'm just going to add a class called paper 2. Then enrollment key, let me give it as Shimmi. Then area, subject area, any area, say engineering I'm giving. Then the student level. So let me give it as career and technical students are there. It will automatically give you till how many days you want this class. So till November 13th, we have just created it. Submit. If you want to change the date also, you can change it. Create a new class. So it is creating a new class. Just click continue. So automatically it is created. Okay. So here paper 2 is a class which is created. Okay. So now what you have to do is just click on this paper 2. It will get inside this paper 2. Okay. Paper 2. It has gone into paper 2. Now add assignment. So now you have to just click on add assignment. So now an assignment page is opening. You can give the assignment page thing. So this is a paper test. For test time, this assignment name is paper test. Points you need not give. If you want, you can give. Otherwise, you can just leave it. There is no, it is not required. Okay. Allow this file type. Like you can allow any file type. You have some options here that allow submission after due date. So if you want anyone to use this after the due date also, you can give as Then originality report, whether you want the plagiarism report or not. Yes, I want it. Then exclude bibliographic material. So I am giving no. Let me just check the plagiarism with the bibliography. Okay, and if I want, there is an option to filter. I'll just show you inside. There you can go and filter it out. So I'm just excluding this bibliography. Then quotation, quoted materials. Quoted in the sense which we have put it within within quotation. So if you want to exclude it here itself, you can exclude it. Those are some definitions and all. Or if you want to see whether how many quotations they have used or how many definitions they have used, that also you can have an option here. Then exclude small sources. Sometimes say there are some things like you want to exclude. Some standard words are there like artificial neural network, or you have maximum PowerPoint tracking, MPPT. So this maximum PowerPoint tracking is a common word, which is it's a common thing which people use. So sometimes that also as a plagiarism it will take, or artificial neural network, or Newton-Raphson method, or some standard words it will take. So if you want to exclude such things, you can say yes, you want to exclude it. So it will ask you how many word count. Say maximum PowerPoint tracking 4. So if I give here 4 words, and sometimes in terms of percentage you want to give, that also can give, then it will exclude it. If I don't want to exclude, just you can put no, I don't want to exclude, let that also come into thing, that is also there. And allow the students to see the originality report, and then some other options are there, you need not go see these things. Then we have to just click submit. So automatically one paper option has come here. Before assignment was not there, here this. So now when you want to check the plagiarism of your paper, when this option is there, you can go and do it. So let first of all, more, I'll be going to more action, and there is an option to submit. So it is very simple. I'll be going to more option and submit. So here the submission option will come. Non-enrolled student. I am not an enrolled student. I can give my name, last name, and submission title. Okay, so I have just given here a submission title, and I want to choose it from this computer. Just choose from this computer. So I'm just choosing one paper. Just open and upload. So it is uploading. I think it's a little big paper, then it will take little time. The server should be free. So it is confirming. If it is some small material, it will confirm very fast. If it is little big, it will take little time. So it is coming here. Sometimes if it is big, if you give confirm also, it will not confirm. So it has confirmed it. Congratulations, your submission is complete. This is your digital receipt. You can print a copy of this receipt. So it's coming here. Now you can go to assignment inbox. So here, this similarity report you will get here. So you can just go and open this test 2. Okay, so here, this is your whole paper. Okay, so the whole paper is coming here. And the similarity report will come here. Okay, and the thing is, when you click on this originality, it is giving the originality report is not available for the submission now. It will take time. It will at least say, if you give a paper, this is a very lengthy paper, it will take at least half an hour. It will just go search in internet and give you the report. So here nothing, you have to just click on this originality. This originality report will come, and it will show you the similarity here. So I will just show you for a report which is already created, because for this report, if I have to wait, I have to wait for at least in 20 minutes, 10-15 minutes at least it will take. So I am just closing this. Let us go to some other, if you want to submit more files, here submit file option is coming, is it? Just go and submit. Again, you will have this option, same option will come, and you can repeat it. Okay. So I'm just going to the home, and I'll just show you the paper which is already done, because otherwise it will take a lot of time. So here, this was the paper option. I am just going and viewing this action. So already a paper is here. You can see here authors. So SD and the similarity report has come. So here the similarity report, if you see it's yellow color, that is okay. 26 also is not good. Whenever a paper is there, try to make it less than 10%. So that is best. So I can show you once again. Just click on this title. Like you can go to this title or the similarity report anywhere. You can just click on this hyperlink. So here automatically the paper will open. Okay, so here you can see the similarity report is 26%. So 26% is very more, like it's a big thing, but here this 26% is with bibliography. Okay, so you can even exclude bibliography, because anyway when you send it to a some journal, they will be excluding the bibliography, because bibliography is that which is there already existing in the internet, so it will surely take. So I'll just show you how to exclude that and see also. So here, this is the thing. If you want to see originality reports here, this is the originality option. Just click on that originality option. So this originality option is coming here, and you can see here this silver something, this red color paper, it is around 7% plagiarism is there. So always what you have to see is, if it is less than 1%, okay. Less than 1% is nothing but, say, the words which I told, common words like MPPT, or it may, there is maximum PowerPoint tracking or perturb and absorb, artificial neural network. Those things are less than 1%. That is okay, you can say. But this 1% and 5%, 7%, we have to try to reduce it. So here actually say this 16 paper, from 16 paper, it is taking this my name. Like you can see here, it is electrical engineering department. These things are not actually actual plagiarism. These are the already existing things. You can come here and see from which paper what it is taken. It is just giving here. So you can change this also. You can go and change the words accordingly, because these words which we have used is from some other paper as such. Okay. So this is the whole content, and at the end, like once you end, you can see the references. So most of the thing is from the references. Okay. So here references, if you want to eliminate it, go to this filter. See quotes. Within quotes, if you want to, like, definitions, you can think you can do it, or exclude bibliography. So exclude bibliography and apply changes. If you give automatically and continue, you can see 12%. It became 12%. Okay, so many things are there which here it is not actual plagiarism. It is because of the reference or something it is getting added. So those things you can omit. So here you can see now it is almost 1%. Everything is less than 1%. So you have option here to even go and exclude the word. Sometimes even 2-3 words it takes as plagiarism. So if you want to exclude it, you can just give how many words you want to exclude. So that option is also available here. Okay, this is the similarity report. You can just go see here. So I'm just removing it. Okay, and apply changes. So again the same thing, 20% is coming. And you can see the originality. Actually, the originality report has gone because I made some changes here. Yeah, it has come now. Okay, so this is the originality report. You can see here. Now, if I want to create this, I want to take a printout of this. Just go download PDF of current view for printing. So automatically this whole thing with this matches also will come. So this is the report which will be generated. Just save it. So this is the report created. You can just go and see here, and if you want to change, you can change it. So best thing is, even if you don't want to check the plagiarism, you want to do it, what you do is write in your own words. Okay, whichever things. See, sometimes many places you find this also. Okay, when you're taking some from some data sheet, you have used some thyristor or something, and you're taking material from the data sheet, and as such, if you take the table, then also a lot of plagiarism will come. So try to rewrite it. Okay, so and so thyristor of so much watts has been used, which has a internal resistance of this. If you write it in your own words, then plagiarism will not come. So when you do a thesis report or something, main things what you have to keep in mind is, from any data sheet you're taking or any place, write in your own words. Okay, then there will be no problem. So this is the whole plagiarism report, and you can see at the end it will give you 20% similarity. It will give you the whole report also. Okay, the whole report is here. So this report you can save, and you can just see what are the things required. So here, this is the thing, very simple plagiarism report, and in this report, if you see, you can delete the content. Okay, so for once it is over, you can just click on this, and delete it. So this like the thing is, once you put something, it will be there in their server for 90 days. Okay, because this is the initial setting what we have done. If you want that this should not be existing anytime in the Turnitin setting of the when we purchase itself in the Turnitin setting, if you go and say ki delete it, then and there it will delete it, or it will be there for 90 days. Okay, so if it is there in 90 days also, this it will not take it as a plagiarism because it's your content as such. So you need not worry. So now we can, if you want, you can delete that content. So that content is deleted. Okay. So this is the way you check the plagiarism. So main thing you can see, if you use some other open source, like not open source, there is no as such open source software where it is not available. But in Google, if you go and search, there are Grammarly or many other softwares available where you can go and put it. But it is not safe to go and put your content there because it will be saved in their server. There is a possibility that somebody else may use that content, or some that content may again come into plagiarism when you check this. So it is better don't go and put your material in some other place. If you don't have a plagiarism checker or something, don't be afraid. One thing is, be honest. Write your content by yourself, rewrite it, do paraphrasing, but when you do paraphrasing, give the option, like cite it properly, give the credit to the authors, then no problem. Even if you're taking a table, even if you're taking a figure, give the source from where you have taken, then there is no problem. And so it can be offline. If you've downloaded and say you've already have a folder full of papers, so these papers which you can see here, this is actually when I started my research before that. So what I did, already the folder which I have, I dragged everything and put it inside this. So you can, so the thing is, when you're offline also, you can see all those papers. Okay, when you're online, you can download it. So the option which I showed you here is, say, go to literature search. This search will be done only when you're online, because this is taking from different sites and coming. So when you're doing this literature search and you're getting these content, you put it inside your folder, whichever folder you want. That should be online. So once it is online, you can see these papers when you're offline also, but you can't see the PDF until you have not downloaded it. But you can see all the content, like these things will be existing. The right things which are existing will be existing when you're offline also, once you have put it inside this. But if you want a PDF of a file, say this paper, you want the PDF also to be existing during offline, what you have to do is, when you're online, just download in your system and put it in this location along with this. You can see the files here. File location is there. You can put it in the files. So automatically what will happen, this PDF will also be existing. For many of the content of my work, my PDF is also existing. I can go and see the PDF also. See, this PDF is also existing. You can see the PDF here. If your PDF you have put here, then you can see the PDF. So better you put the PDF so that your paper will also be existing. So anytime, offline, online, anytime, your paper will also be there. So it will be very easy. Every time you need not go online and watch. Yes, sir, your next question.
Ma'am, would you please repeat that, how from Google Scholar we can ship our paper to Mendeley?
From Google Scholar also, say PDF is existing. One second. From Google Scholar, you have to take the citations. Say in Google Scholar, one thing option is, say, PDF will be existing for the most of the papers. Download the PDF, put it in your system, drag and put it here. That is one option. Or what you have to do is go to citation, and for each one you have the option BitText, EndNote, reference made, and this. So you have to download this link.
Okay.
You get a link here, and in Mendeley you have an option to go and add this in files. Import option is there. So BitText. Okay. Can you see here? In Mendeley.
Zoom it. Ma'am, zoom thoda sa.
Import BitText. So this BitText, you have to save it in some location. Okay. 1 second. I've actually, for this I didn't practice and come. I've done it before. 1 second, I'll just try it. This, you have to go take this content. This has a bitmap itself will come. You have to come here to file, come to import option for EndNote and all these options, this .bib, this you have to download as .bib. So that download option in Go, and from here you as a .bib file, if you select that .bib file, if you open it, it will open here.
Right, ma'am.
It will open here. But that .bib, I have to just check in Google because long back I did. Now I couldn't do it. Can you people just try कि इसका Google Scholar? I'll go to his next question. Till then, ये जो Google Scholar में है ना, जो एक I'll just tell you, Google Scholar में Google citation में यहाँ एक bib text है ना. When you have to download this bib text. So it will come as a .bib. I have to save it as .bib. I forgot the option how to do it.
Ma'am, we can try.
You can try it. That option is there because I'm not
Right,
long back.
No
I did
problem,
even
no
in say
problem.
even in if you go to IEEE websites, if you go to elsewhere website, there is an option to download the like citation in this .bib form. Okay, so
Okay.
so there also you can just try it. It will come as download itself, but here when I click, it goes to a different option. So I'm not very sure why it is going.
No
How to
problem, ma'am.
download it?
Ma'am, my third question is how
Yeah.
much plagiarism percentage we can allow?
See, it is not like how much it can allow. Each university, say in the university where PEC I did, Punjab Engineering College, for the thesis, they had an option for till 30%. For the whole report, all the chapters from starting to end, they had 30%.
That
So
means
30% is, yeah,
from introduction to, for example,
reference fully.
introduction can be more, and in my own research it can be less.
No, it is like say some universities have for first chapter you can have 10%, for the literature search you can have 20% or 30%. Some universities have that option. So it depends on the university where you're doing it. Some universities say the whole content. In our university, what they said is you put everything in a single Word file from chapter 1 to the reference, put it in a single Word file and give it to us. And in library, when they check, they said it should be less than 30%. Okay, so it depends on the university. So when you send a paper, say mainly when we send SCI papers to SCI journals, papers to SCI journal, we always keep in mind that it should be less than 10%. And the very important thing we keep in mind is whenever you take a paper, the option I showed you, it should be less than 1% here. I showed you in the report.
Yes, ma'am.
It should be less than 1%. Okay. From each paper, it should be less than 1%. Then you need not worry. You can directly go for the work. So less than 1%, with this less than 1% also it will count and it will come up to 10 or 12%. It will automatically come. So if it is less than 12%, you need not worry for papers. For thesis reports, be sure that it is less than 10 for the thesis report also. Then you are safe. Okay, when I did it, when I checked it for my thesis report, it was only 3%. And that 3% was also one of my energy paper. It was just showing me. Because in the whole report, when you're writing, when you're confident, you can just go through. Like you need not worry. Just change the words. Whenever you're taking from data sheets, whenever you're taking from reference, any place, write in your own words. And see that your work speaks more than others. And try to have crisp. Don't write more and try to fill with pages. Okay, and the other thing is when you have more number of pages, automatically more number of words, automatically the plagiarism will also come down. Say only for one chapter you're checking, it may show you 20%, but whole 10 chapters together, it may come only again 25%. Can you understand? When the number of words are more, automatically the plagiarism when it checks, it checks with the total number of page. That option is also there.
Thank you so much, ma'am. The session was really helpful.
I am very sorry because that was also a very important thing that you can just go to Google, search how to add .bib files into Mendeley. Okay, thank you, sir. Any other doubt from any other center? You can go and explore things because I have also done to some extent.
Good morning, madam.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
We have some participants who have some doubts regarding this, so they'll just interact with you.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Good morning, madam.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Whatever the tools are there, whether it is free or paid
Yeah.
for the plagiarism check, before submitting my papers to a journal, I have to check
Yeah.
plagiarisms.
Hmm.
So
Don't worry, it will not be that the problem everyone we face, ki ma'am, will that paper will be there in their database and will it again come into plagiarism? Is that your question?
my question is that what is the security of my papers that I am putting on the given software?
So that's why we say every time, don't go for any local thing. If you go into Turnitin or these authenticate, to some extent it is that they give a, like whenever we get this software also, they give a thing that this content will not be shared to anyone. Okay, so it is safe because we are paying them and we are getting it. And from their database also it will be deleted within 90 days.
And different tools shows the different results. So
Yeah.
how it is to be considered, which one is better?
Best thing is you see that your content has less plagiarism. Different things will surely show that is there. That not only depends on the software, because in this same software I can show you different results for your paper. Even I can show you 0%, I can show you 10%, 20% according to your thing, because it depends on the setting, initial setting of the Turnitin. So what I did is I removed all the settings and I kept it bare open. In the sense, even if a small word is there, it is coming. It will take the reference also. It will take all possibility. So the best thing is, if you have a software with you, you see that you open all the chance of plagiarism. Like say, even if it is within quotes, try to include it in your work. So you will know that what is your maximum plagiarism, and you can try to reduce it. Okay, so the thing is, what I want to tell you is, in some plagiarism checkers, they have a word limit of 7. So if 7 words together come together from some website, it will say it is plagiarism. Some software keep a thinking if it is 3 words. So when you put in such a material, it will show you more plagiarism than that 7. Okay. So the thing is, you need not worry about it. Say if it is a common thing like a word which you are commonly using, MPPT, maximum PowerPoint tracking, that's a common word that you know everyone should use it, is it? When you are telling a particular method, you will be using it. So there is no way to remove that. So you need not worry, that will be less than 1%.
One more question: why different university accept different tools? Why not UGC decide that should be a common tool, should be accepted everywhere?
Yeah, actually, yeah, that is also a thing. But sir, mainly all the universities now they are getting Turnitin. Turnitin is commonly for this research and institute purpose. And if you see for journal, it is authenticate. Like you would see a cross there in all the journals. You would have seen a red cross in all the journals. The journals use authenticate. So there are some standard plagiarism checkers for universities, and for research centers. It is Turnitin. But other things are also there are other plagiarism checkers, but some standard plagiarism checkers throughout the world is this.
Okay, thank you, madam.
Okay.
Ma'am, this is Audio Institute.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
One more question from another participants.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, sir.
How much percentage plagiarism is allowed to submit an article?
So that's what I said. As such, there is no limit. Say I have also submitted in SCI papers and I've published my paper. So in that case, what I kept in mind is my paper should have less than 10%. But this 10% also, it will come. Say I can just show you one second. This 10% should also be not from a single paper. Okay, it should not be from a single paper. I think I deleted all the content. Let me see if it is there. All contents.
Man, does it cover the Scopus data which require authentication or login something?
Say one second, I'll just show you this. Say here 57% is coming.
Okay.
Okay, this 57% surely rejected. Okay, this is so here you can see in the side, 6% from one particular paper, 3% from one particular paper, 3% from one particular paper or some site. So this is not allowed. So when you check plagiarism, you have to see that this should be less than 1%. Okay. So when you have this less than one paper, still 1%, still there will be a plagiarism of some 10 or 12%. So that is allowed. That plagiarism is nothing but, I said, standard word plagiarism. So that is not a problem. Still, it depends on the content. If it is a standard paper you're sending to some journal, try to have it less than 10%. Each journal have their own standards. Some journals keep it as less than 10%, some journals keep it as less than 15%. But like ethics in our side is, see that you don't copy more than, that is, it should be less than 1% from every paper. If you keep that, you will be safe. That is one thing. In case of thesis reports, MTech or PhD reports, see that again I said it depends on the university. Some universities have less than 20%. Some universities have your whole content less than 30%. That 30% also, why they are allowing is, it is because of your literature search. The second chapter literature search, you can't avoid because you're citing this literatures. So it may go little more. So that's why they are giving the 20 or 30% for your whole report. Okay. So try there also, if you are writing by your own, it comes less than 10%, it is allowed. So always try to keep it less than 10% for a safe side.
Thank you.
Ma'am, this is Cordia Institute.
Yes, ma'am.
I wanted to ask you that these softwares check for the text. Isn't it? Do they check for graphs and tables?
Yeah, they don't as such, they don't check the images as such. They are all checking text only. So that's why we say if you have published a paper and somebody claims that figure was mine, you will get again caught. Okay, the journal people are keeping a safer thing on their side because they are going to publish something. So they are keeping it safe that they are checking the plagiarism and taking it. And it is the like reviewers thing that when they review it, whether that figure is properly cited or not, they have to check it. Okay, and sometimes if the figure is like that, the reviewer may give you a comment that this figure is from some like source, so please refer it. Okay, so it is like it is our ethics to cite it. So whenever you take a figure or table, you cite it. These softwares will not check it, but it will check the title, say figure 2, and you're giving a number title, you're giving there, that it will check. So sometimes the figure also comes into plagiarism. If you have given the title also as such, it will pick and come. It will show you that this figure is being taken from something. But as such figure, it doesn't do any image processing and do anything. It is not doing such things.
So I think there are no softwares to check the duplication of tables and graphs and figures.
Yeah, you can even have it as a thesis. You can take it and give some, like you can give it to some students where students can make a software where even images will be picked from. It can go into Google, search for the same image and say, ki, this image is just a copy of this. So that I think that can be taken as a research work. I don't think so. Might be people are developing it, but as such, these softwares don't check the image as such.